Hi, welcome to this podcast on the maintenance phase of the system's lifecycle. This is on the OCR Computing A-Level specification F451. So, maintenance, what happens here? Solution's in place and we've tested, we're happy, the solution's now in place, we've installed it, but we don't just leave it. We need to maintain the system while the software is in use. So what is the purpose and the need for maintenance? The system may be designed for a well-defined purpose and may realise that purpose, and then they're considered successful if they've done that. However, sometimes there are reasons why a system no longer does what it's supposed to do, and therefore it requires a type of maintenance. So we need to just be sure if the system's doing what it's supposed to do, and we need to check that it is still doing what it's supposed to do, and if there is a reason why it isn't doing what it's supposed to do, then we need to look at the type of maintenance. The types of maintenance we have are corrective, adaptive and perfective. A way to remember this, some people remember it as CAP. So we need to cap it off at the end with maintenance. So let's cap it off with maintenance and look what CAP stands for. Corrective, as we know, is the first one. This is where errors will be found in the original software. They may only come to light in normal use. They may have been missed by testing and must be corrected to make software usable. So corrective, we have to correct errors that were not found in the testing and they've only come to light in normal use, meaning we've only noticed them once we've put the system into place. We'll go to the A next because we're doing CAP, which is adaptive. So let's think of what the word adaptive means. We're having to adapt to something. One of the parameters used to set the system has changed, e.g. VAT rate changes is an easy way to think of it. VAT changes all the time. Now what if VAT has changed? We have to change that in the software to reflect the change. So if we didn't have a variable for VAT, we would have to go into the code and change the VAT rate using the code of the system. So we've got to adapt that system to the latest parameters or the latest changes that have happened in real life maybe. Alright, we'll then go back to perfective, which is the P of CAP. So perfective, during use it is found that one element of the system is not performing as well as it could. The software is altered to improve performance. So we're perfecting the system, perfective. So let's have a look at all of them together. We've got corrective. Something's gone wrong with the system, so we need to correct it. It might not have come up in testing, so we have to do it after we found it in normal use. So once it's been put in place, there's an error, there's a bug it could be, so we have to correct that situation or that bug. Adaptive, we have to adapt to a situation. Something's changed that causes the system to change, so we need to change the system to adapt to that change. The perfective one, again, we have to perfect the system. Something's not as efficient as it could be, so we're going to perfect the system. So not really that difficult to understand. We just need to make sure we've learnt these and also make sure we know what the purpose and need for maintenance is.